Hey everybody, this is Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have my Sephora VIB or sale recommendations for you. Plus I have what I picked up from the sale already because thank God Sephora, you got it to my house super quickly, okay? So I wanted to have this video out for you sooner, and ironically my last video that I filmed and posted on my channel was a will I buy it video, and I was like, okay, there's got to be a sale coming soon because it's a couple things I want to pick up, but I don't want to purchase them right now. And so lo and behold, the sale was announced, and I know you guys wrote me on my comment section was like, you want to hear my recommendations, but I got sick. And I mean, I literally like couldn't even go to work for a couple of days, had to just stay in the bed, had a sinus infection. I'm still like on the mend. I had to start antibiotics. My head kind of feels like it's floating right now, but I'm good. And I literally had no voice. So with all that being said, I don't think it's too late to do this video because the sale is still going on to the 11th, and by the time you see this video it will be tomorrow, which will be the 5th, so we still have plenty of time to shop. The sale started actually on the 1st of November, and this is for the members who are VIB Rouge, which is me. Yeah, I'm Rouge, okay? And then we had the VIB. They have 15% off, and the Rouge has 20% off, and they shop through November 7th through the 11th, and then the insiders also shop 7th through the 11th of November, and they have 10% off, okay? So I'm going to do my recommendations, and then after that I'm going to show you what I got because I ordered my stuff online Friday when the sale started, and it came today super quick. So I was like, this is wonderful. So let's go ahead and get started because I have some good recommendations for you guys, and you guys have seen them on my channel, so I think you probably won't be surprised by some of them. And you know, a lot of things, a couple brands I talk about all the time. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off with Fenty Beauty. So at the end of the summer, she actually released her mate to her popular foundation, which is the Pro Filter matte foundation, soft matte, pretty matte if you have dry skin like I do. So she finally gave us the Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation. Now this notably actually comes in a plastic tube, unlike the other foundation where, you know, it came in that frosted glass tube. And so I have definitely been digging this. I picked up the shade 385 because I had the shade 370, and she released the shades in all 50 shades. I had the shade 370 in the original foundation, but after I come back, you know, summertime has such a huge tan. 370 was not going to work for me. So I have the shade 385, and it has a cute little pump. Now the only thing is the pump can get a little messy as you see it here, so I always have to wipe it off, but I do like the packaging. It is super easy to travel with versus that frosted glass bag, okay, that comes, you know, that the other packaging comes with, and you're actually getting the same amount of product, so it looks a lot smaller, but it really isn't. This is definitely a foundation I have really enjoyed since it's come out, and I have just been wearing it non-stop. I kind of interchange it with the other foundations that I'm going to be talking about today. Now this foundation actually retails for $35, and you have 32 mLs in this foundation. And like I said, she did release in all 50 shades. Now I found this foundation to be like, it settles down, it has a natural finish, so you have coverage, but it is hydrating. My face does not feel tight. And then along with it, she came out with a hydrating primer. So this is probably the packaging that you're used to seeing, and the hydrating primer retails for $32. So I was actually able to pick up this combo during the last sale and get 20% off of it, and I have definitely been enjoying it. You just need a pea-sized amount of the primer. Face feels fresh all day. It doesn't feel tight, doesn't feel dry, and I don't see any dry skin. So this has just definitely been a godsend for me. And if you have super dry skin all the time, all year long, I would definitely think you should try out this foundation, or especially if maybe you're normal, but now you're going to be like a little bit more dry, depending on where you live, and the seasons are changing. We're going into that fall, winter period. I would definitely think you should pick up this foundation, okay? The shade range, you know, is great. She extended it. When she came out, she had 40 shades. Now she has 50 shades. So this is pretty much something for everybody, okay? So I've definitely been loving this foundation. So this is something I think that you should pick up. Another thing that I've been loving is this. I actually picked up a mini of it, and I heard some people talk about it, and I love this. This is the Milk Hydrogrip Primer. So it is more of a tackier finish, and it's It allows the foundation just to stick, but it gives you great moisture. So I picked up the mini, and in the mini you have let's see, you have 10 mLs, okay? But this, I've been using it interchangeably, so I still have quite a bit left. And all you need is a pea-sized amount with it also. Now, the mini primer retails for $15, so this is something I think you should pick up also. But what I have been using this under a lot are my Juvia's Place foundation sticks. It just really grabs that foundation and allows it to just stay in place. Not to mention I've been using it underneath my Fenty Beauty foundation, trying it out, especially on days that are warmer, and also underneath my Pat McGrath foundation, because this one is definitely liquidy, it's very glowy, and it's a little bit like heat resistant. If it's extreme heat, she needs a little help. So the Milk Hydrogrip has been great, and it's great for those days where I just want kind of like a thicker layer of moisture as a primer versus more of like a more subtle layer of moisture as a primer, if you know what I mean. So I've been definitely loving this one, so I think that you should definitely try it out if you have dry skin, or if you're looking for other primers. And I think the combination of these two works so well together as well, because like I said, I feel like this Hydro Grip, it just really grips onto that foundation, and your face is not going to be moving throughout the day. Not to say that we'll be moving with this other, the Fenty one, but if you just need that little extra security, I would say the Hydro Grip is great, and it's been working great underneath my foundations. So the next one I'm going to recommend, I love it, but I think you have to have a certain skin type, and you have to realize that this is a very glowy foundation, and you're not going to get a lot of coverage, okay? And it's expensive, okay? And I'm talking about Miss Pat McGrath, Auntie Pat McGrath, Mama Pat McGrath, whoever you want to call her, okay? So I am talking about her foundation and her primer. Now, I'm not digging the package of the primer. I don't know what happened with this little bootleg label that we got around the bag. Like, I mean, come on, Pat. Like, so everything is so luxurious. Like, this bottle is super luxurious, and then it's just like, I got her from the dollar store. I don't know what happened here. I don't. Like, you see the label. It's peeling. Like, I don't know what happened. I'm not sure why this was not embossed into there, but this is the primer. The primer actually retails for $60. Like I said, expensive, luxury, but you only need a pea-sized amount, and I love how this feels. Like, it's a great color range. I want to say there are, I have to look, there are 30 shades, 30. Yes, 30, I believe, 30 shades. I'll put it up here. I believe it's 30 shades on the first release, but the range is very wide, and it goes very deep. And what I do love about this foundation will have you looking glowy, okay? But not so much glowy like you're just looking wet, but your skin is going to look great. It's going to look healthy. It's going to look flawless. So, I mean, it's just going to be a natural radiance just exuding from you, okay? So, one thing I do find out that this foundation is a little on the watery side. It's thin, okay? So, it's not super high coverage. It's more natural coverage. That's more high. I like my foundations, because even when I wear I do even like a half a pump, and it's like here, and I just buff it out for all my foundations. But I have worn this when it's hot and been dancing around, and it stayed in place, and I didn't have an issue. But I do notice that in certain areas, like around my nose, where I tend to sweat the most, it can kind of just, I won't say it's not running. It's not running off my face, but it just doesn't hold up as well. It kind of breaks down a little bit more so around my nose. But I think that this is a fabulous foundation, but you have to be cautious, and I recommend this one with a grain of salt, because it's for kind of a specific skin type. A lot of people have been saying that they have a lot of problem areas, this has not been the move for them, but overall I like it, and I think it's great. And I also have dry skin, and she actually came out with something for people who have dry skin first versus a matte foundation, which typically happens, and the dry skin people are struggling, okay? So I will also recommend the Pat McGrath Perma Gel liners, and I wish she would come out with more shades of these. I have 3 shades, and I've picked them up 3 separate times during different sales. I love the shade Black Coffee, and then I have the shade Blitz Blue, and I have the shade Extreme Black. And then she does have another brown shade, which is more like a brown shimmer, but I just wanted a nice brown liner. And as you can see, these liners actually retail for $28, so super pricey. It took me a long time to pick it up, but look You see how easy that just glided on my hand? That's the Extreme Black shade. And then you have Blitz Blue. Like, these liners do not tug, they do not pull. You can put them on top of eyeshadow. It's going to look great. They stay in place all day long. I really wish she would come out with a purple shade. This is Black Coffee. I have used this to like draw out a shape and then put my eyeshadow on. These liners are so good. Super pricey, kind of up there like with a Marc Jacobs liner, but at least you do get beautiful packaging because it comes in its own little box with the little legal envelope tie. And it does actually, they come with their own pencil sharpeners. So it's like, at least if I'm paying $28, at least I get a pencil sharpener with it. So I am never out of pencil sharpeners at this point when I buy one of her liners. So I definitely think like this is a splurge, but it's something that is definitely worth it. Now this palette has actually been out for a while, and I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do. And I've used it quite a few times, and I feel like it's really a basic palette. It's not basic, but it can be a basic palette, especially for women who are deeper skin complected, who have a little bit more melanin to the skin, or even if you just enjoy makeup. I feel like this is a good everyday palette that you could take on its own and you could get many looks out of it. So I don't want to call it basic where it's just like, but it could be a good everyday palette. And for me, this particular brand's shadows have always been like, okay, they're nice, but they've never been like, oh my God, yes, I love ABA shadows. But this palette right here, I am talking about the Jackie Aina palette. I actually picked this palette up the last time there was a sale. This palette has been out since the summertime. Anastasia has released so much stuff as of lately, and now, you know, she's splitting off to that new brand where it's like the Nirvana collection. They just didn't execute that correctly. Like, if she had just said, like, this is going to be Nirvana collection, and this is ABH over here, everybody would have got that. But it was just like palettes, raining palettes. But the Jackie Aina palette, it is fabulous. And I have used this on my friend who is usually like in the 400 foundation range, and it's been beautiful on her. It's been beautiful on me. I have other friends who just absolutely love this. And you get a good variety and mix of shades of colors. So you are able to just do so many looks, and they turned out fabulous. You can go daytime to nighttime, and it's just a great standalone palette. Like, these are palettes that I love to just throw in my bag when I'm traveling and be done. Knowing that I have like some pops of colors, I got some regular everyday shades, and then I can just turn it up later on. Because when I travel, I don't like to take a whole lot of makeup with me. I have a friend, she travels with like 5 palettes, and I just be like, knocker. Can't do it. I cannot do it, okay? So the only thing I would say about this palette, the only shade I don't really care for is the shade Dollars. It's okay. I do like it, but it's, and then the shade Trust Issues is cute, but, and the Trust Issue shade is actually a duochrome shade, and mine is actually looking kind of dirty, but it's a kind of like a green flip. So it is okay in the right situations. I think it's just kind of what you paired it with, but you know, it's like, we've kind of done that before. We've been there before. So, but overall, I think the palette is standout. The mattes are great. You're talking about ginger edges and credit. These 3 mattes can set a look off. Like, get that crease together, give you warmth, give you color. If you're deeper complected, it's going to show up. Then you have Big Wig Pinker and Supreme, which is a gorgeous, so you can put it with the shade Shookington. I love the shade Wigglies. Y'all know I love a good cranberry red shimmer. Y'all know I love those shades. Then the shade Zam, like this is Zam right here. And then we have Soleil. It's beautiful also. Zam is definitely way more glittery. And this is just so pretty, and I'm just like, I'm really thrilled to like it because I've worn this palette to work before, and it's been great. I've worn it out, it's been great, and I just kind of keep it right here on the little side right here where I have extra palettes that kind of won't fit in my drawers, and sometimes I'll just, what I'm going to wear today, and I'll just pick it up, and I can have a look easily. So I've just really been enjoying this palette. This is another palette that I recommend every time I do one of these videos, okay? And I think this palette is fabulous, and it's an all-in-one palette too. And is wonderful. And I think if you don't have it by now, you need to pick it up, and it's actually permanent to Urban Decay's line. And this is the Born to Run palette. I mean, look at this hard plastic. I love to travel, so I love how you have like Big Ben on the back. You have like vacation spots like Bora Bora, and it's just fun, and it's festive, and it's just a different, unique. Not to mention it's sleek, and the packaging is hard, and it's not big at all. Like, look at it. Then when you open it up, you have this wonderful mirror on the inside. Hey, y'all can see all the setup going on right here. And it actually flips down right here, and then you have the colors. So I want to say this palette retails for $49. But when I tell you this palette is worth it, and the formula is great. This palette, Urban Decay, needs to figure out how to recreate it every time they make a palette, okay? Because this is the formula that people fell in love with for Urban Decay, and it's stepped their game up. All the mattes are creamy. You have so many options. Like, you have all these grungy jewel tone shades over here. Those are the shades like Urban Decay is known for, okay? Like, they were giving us jewel tone grungy before anybody was giving us that. Then you have like your everyday shades. I love good coppery shades. Those look great on my complexion. I can do every day with a little still shot with this corally shade. This brown, you got a dark brown in here to set your looks off. You also have this cream matte called Jet. That's a black. You have your purples. It's something really for everybody. This palette is gorgeous, whether it's summertime, whether it's winter, fall, in between. If you're traveling, I just like literally last time I went out of town, I took this palette with me. And this is all I needed. Now, I think I just took another little palette with me because I was digging that one too at the time. But this palette is everything, okay? And it's just so easy. It's not heavy. It's just, you're getting quality makeup. And I think they really hit it out the park with this one. In Urban Decay, you really need to figure out how to achieve this again, because this is what those Vice palettes should have been. I used to love the Vice palettes back in the day, but after a while, like, you start trying other stuff and you're like, the formula ain't that great on them. I'm done with these. But this formula is great on this palette, and I recommend this palette to anybody who just wants a good, nice, basic palette. Not even basic, but just like an all-in-one palette. This right here. So these two for sure are like your good all-in-one palettes, and they're super brown girl friendly. So I definitely recommend this. This is probably the standout piece in Rihanna's holiday collection this year, and this is the Glossy Posse. I am digging this tin that it comes in, and then once you open it up, you get these 5, if I can get it open up, there we go. You get these 5 wonderful mini gloss bombs. Now, these shades are great, and what's great, you only got one re-promoted shade, which is to say Fussy right here. I do have a whole video on this where I swatch all the shades so you can see it. So I'll try to put that video up in the cards, but if not, you can check it out on my channel. Now, my favorite standout shade in Rihanna, we don't have to sign a petition, girl, because we don't need a full size of this shade, because let me tell you, this, like, the first Gloss Bomb shade, Gloss Bomb or whatever, like, it's universal for everybody, but this shade on deep skin tones is so bomb. This is the shade Hot Chocolate, and let me tell you, I'm going to need another one. I literally just had this in my purse. This is the shade Hot Chocolate. I love it. So the reason why I love Gloss Bomb, because I used to love lip glosses back in the day, especially like the MAC lip glosses like Explicit and Ooh Baby. Those were my jam. But we all know they got cakey is, I don't know, right in here, especially when you're talking a lot. But the Fenty Gloss Bombs do not do that, and even with the glitter in it, it does not like disturb. It does not get clunky right here. You can reapply these without having that super icky, sticky feeling, without feeling like, okay, you need to take it all the way off and then reapply. And these shades are fabulous. So this is definitely my favorite shade. I have worn all the shades in here except for, oh, I haven't worn this one right here. This is the shade Confetti, this white shade. And this is not the same shade as that shade, what was it, Diamond Milk? Or Yeah, they're not. They're not. This one has a like a blue reflect. Let me put it right here on the side. Blue purple reflect. So they're not similar at all. But I really love these, and I'm wearing Fussy right now over my lipstick. And I love how you can put these glosses over your lipstick and it's not cakey. I am not a person that can wear like 3 and 4 lip products. Like, I hate when makeup artists like do your makeup for a wedding and then they got like 1 lipstick, they got 2 lipsticks, they got 2 glosses. And literally what my lips do, like all the skin just starts coming up and all that tackiness and just pulls it up, and it's just like it gets cakey. So for me, I could just like have that moment where I put on a lipstick and I'm like, I want to gloss over it, and I can grab a gloss bomb and put it over no matter what shade. So that's why I super recommend these, and I just feel like it was an excellent job to like take your standout product, a product that everybody loves, make minis of them, and give us some new shades. But girl, Rihanna, hot chocolate, yeah, I'm going to need a full size of that because it's going to be a problem. So this is limited edition, and these are $42, and you get this beautiful packaging also with it. Also by Miss Fenty herself. She gave us a cute little Stunna lip paint for the holidays, and this color is gorgeous too. This is the shade Underdawg, and I swatched it in the video also. And then she also has like a little mini highlighter. So her holiday products I definitely recommend during the sale. You know, super nice. Like her standout products, I think she learned from last year. This is the shade Underdawg. Beautiful burgundy shade, all the rage right now. You know, in the holidays we want to like pull out our vampy shades, and the Stunna lip paint is something that I love. It's one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas, and the colors are just so vibrant. It's thin, it's pigmented. You don't have to pile it on to get great wear, and like they take forever to go through. So this actually retails for $15, and I want to say the originals retail for $24. So this is a nice surprise because this is not really a shade that you're probably going to go through very quickly, unlike some of the other shades like the nude ones that she has. But I just think that it was so cute, and this actually kind of comes like in a little ornament packaging. So I definitely recommend this also during the sale. Okay, so you know I have more Pat McGrath to recommend, and because she dropped her holiday collection, so what can I say? And I definitely demoed these babies for you on my channel, and so I definitely recommend these. So to me, my standout palette is the Blitz Astro Quad and Nocturnal Nirvana, which is the blue one right here that I'm opening up for you. So luxe, so nice that we have these little mini quads right here, and they actually feature the special shades. Now each quad kind of has like a different formulation of the special shades. So I was talking about it when I did my video on the Ritualistic palette right here. Pat McGrath has several formulations of her shades that are considered to be special. So this one has the quite a few of the Blitz shades, and this palette is just so gorgeous. So you actually have the Blitz Purple, and you have the Blitz VR Emerald, which has a heavy dual chrome shift. Oh no, I'm sorry, Blitz Emerald. And then you have VR Emerald, and then you have a Gold 002. I didn't have the card that came in my thing, so I'm just kind of going off the shade names by memory, but it's beautiful. You get the luxe packaging that we're used to when we're talking about Pat McGrath, especially for like the little mini packages. You're getting a cute packaging. It looks like a bow. It is so dope. And then you have the mirror. $65 for the quad, of course. It's expensive, but I would definitely pick it up with a sale, or even just maybe kind of shop around on Pat McGrath's website, because she does have the quads available on her website now. So like these are the more pigmented ones, and to me this is just like the standout one. It's super bold, super pretty. Now I do understand that most of these shades are not for everybody, and so she has another quad, and I'll show that actually later because that's something that I hauled, so little spoiler alert. And then she kind of hit us at the like out of nowhere with the third release. These releases were kind of all over the place, but we had the Ritualistic Rose, and you know everybody's been loving this because these are definitely more shades that people will gravitate to. But this quad is bomb as well, so pretty. So when you're talking about this particular quad, you're getting more shades that are more topper and finish. So you're not going to have super pigmented shades. These two are a little bit more pigmented. This one you could definitely blend out and put in the crease. But definitely these quads, you could definitely pair them with her eyeshadows or pair them with her bigger palettes. I think they great accent palettes. And what's so great about like the Pat McGrath shades, like you could play around with them and create like 15 new colors just based off of a few colors. So it does make it wonderful. Oh, and if you're wondering about my look, this is Mothership 1. I picked it up like quite a while, well, maybe about a month ago when she had a sale. So check that video out. But I think this quad is beautiful. So if you're looking forward to try out Pat McGrath stuff, I would definitely try this out. I will also try out her eye ecstasy kit. She has two. She has one in Sublime and one in Subversive, but I do have a video on that, so make sure that you're not picking up any shades that you already have. In those little mini pan palettes. Those palettes are like $28. You're getting the same quality formula in the product, but the packaging is definitely subpar. I would say that. But I think if you do not have a lot of her shades, you do not have a palettes, you can't afford those palettes, those palettes are great. They're $28. They're like 5 shades. And you're going to get some of her standout shades. So I know if you don't, even if you don't have the Decadence palette and you're looking for the Decadence palette, so I had to refer to my notes for my video. If you're looking like for a lot of the shades out of the Decadence palette and you missed out about that and you're pissed because you missed out, but I don't know, I feel like it might come back. I don't know nothing, so don't quote me, okay? So that Subversive palette actually has a lot of the shades in there, and I did a video where I swatched all the shades so you guys can know about it. And those little palettes cost $28. Now the size of the palettes, like the shadow sizes, are like 1 gram of product, which is not, it's definitely a lot smaller than her other palettes. It might take you across the surprise like, oh, this is small. But if you think about it, like 1 gram of product is like equivalent to a ColourPop shadow. So, and these are not usually shadows that we're going to run through. Another thing to also think about, if like you were looking for that Crimson Fire shade, that's promoted as a single, and you were looking for the you're looking for Synthetica, that bomb purple shade. Let me show you Synthetica. Pull it out real quick. So this is actually Crimson Fire, and this is Synthetica. I picked these up like when she did her idols, and I did a whole video on what shades to get and which were we promoted and what were not. This is Crimson Fire. This is actually in that little Subversive palette, so this is actually camera cut off. So this is Crimson Fire, which is actually a re-promoted shade. And no, I'm sorry, it's a new shade to her idols, okay? And then this is Synthetica, which is like the most absolutely amazing purple with all this glitter in it that you don't even have to wet. So this is Synthetica. These two shades are actually appearing in that Subversive palette that retails for $28, which is a bomb deal because these little babies retail for $25, okay? So, and then, you know, a lot of the shades from the idols were actually shades that were in the Decadence palette. So I don't know what she's trying to do to us, but these are the two shades right here. And I love these shades. I wear them all the time, okay? So I would definitely check out that because you're going to get the same quality. If you don't want to pay $50 for one of those 6-pan Mothership palettes, I definitely recommend those. Those are not even really on the Sephora site anymore. But if you don't want to get a big Mothership palette, but you want to experience her quality, definitely pick up some of the Eye Ecstasy kits at $28. You can't beat that. So that pretty much does it for my recommendations. So if I didn't mention anything, doesn't mean I don't recommend it, but I just kind of want to keep this video short and to the point on things I've like super tried out over these last few months. And I'm like, yes, you pick it up because maybe I picked it up on the sale the last time. So let's go ahead and jump into what I've hauled. And I'm actually pretty excited about what I hauled because usually when the sales hit, it's like stuff doesn't come out around the sale. You know what I mean? Or you gotta wait to really get into the sale. So a lot of times I end up just having like eyebrow pencils and just kind of restock stuff, like nothing too excited, nothing to like, oh, write home about. But I have a couple products and my haul is super small, okay? Because let's face it, it's still 20%, so we don't need to spend all of our money, okay? Don't need to go crazy. And let's be honest, I buy enough in between all the sales. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you what I hauled. And I also have a few other items that I've hauled outside of the sale, and I'll show that to you too. Okay, so as far as my Sephora haul for the sale, this is it. Literally. this is it, okay? So you might be wondering like, okay, this palette right here. So actually, I got this the day before the sale because I was kind of shoring up my cart, trying to make sure what I wanted for the sale so I could just go ahead and purchase it and be done, because I knew I wanted to do my stuff online so I can get my rebates, so I can get my extra cash back, you know? And I knew I wanted to get this palette right here, and I was just like, I need to be on it because I feel like it might sell out. So I was perusing the website before, and I saw the Natasha Denona Cranberry palette on sale from last year, and it was actually 50% off, and it was $24. So I picked this up the day before the sale because I didn't want to risk waiting till the sale started to pick it up, because I didn't know if Sephora was going to like take it off sale. And I was willing to pay $24 for it, but I was not willing to pay $48 for it, and which is the reason why I didn't pick it up last year. Plus the reviews have kind of been like, yeah, on it, but I really wanted to try it for myself because I really love this color scheme. So this is the Cranberry palette, and this is actually the 5-pan palette that she came out last year. And you know, these are the big 5-pan palettes, so they actually retail for $48, which is steep. That's $50, you know? So this is what the 5 shades look like. Right here is a little bit better view of them. Let me try to do like a little quick swatch of them. So like I have a little question about the mattes because they're like that cream formula, and everybody, I don't know if it's like her new improved like cream to powder formula that everybody's been raving about in Metropolis palette. And by the way, I think I want to pick that up, but I'm gonna wait until my rebates money comes for the Metropolis palette, because I think I'll get like about $50 or $60 back from rebates, and that's way more significant than 20%. And then I might wait, because you know sometimes Sephora sneaks in a weekend where you can get like 20%. So if I have my rebates money plus the 20%, plus get extra cash back because I'm purchasing from Sephora. See how that works there? Right. Because I'm paying under $100 for that palette. I'm not paying full price. And I didn't, 20% was like only, yeah, I mean, it's something, it's better than nothing off a $125 palette. But I'm like, no. So this is what the colors look like. Super pretty. I'm really digging this shade and this shade right here. So I'm excited to test this out. And I really wanted to get this palette last year, but I was really like, I am not paying $48 for this. And this is kind of time I kind of slow down on purchasing for myself, because, you know, Christmas is coming and there's a lot of expenses around Christmas. So even if you're keeping that list kind of tight, and I want to pick up some stuff for myself, but I'm like, you know, I was just super on the fence, so I didn't do it. But when I saw that palette was like $24, I was really excited, and I did not want to be extra salty the next day and find out that it was not on sale because they started the actual sale. You know, Sephora will play you like that sometimes. Then the other little palette I got the Nude Rich, and this is one of the Huda Beauty minis, and I was really excited to get this. I talked about this in my Will I Buy It. I thought they were beautiful, but I was just so hesitant because, you know, like these little palettes have burnt me before, you know, and I think they retail for like $29. When she came out with the neon ones, it was like, not good, girl, not good. But I saw Karen Harris talk about it, and she was like, this is so good. And I know some of them are hit or miss, like the jewel tone. Like, it's a couple of them from the first round that are like really good, everybody raves about. But this packaging is so cute. It has like kind of embossed right here, and it says nudes, and this is the rich one. So I'm definitely going to do a video on this. So I might not, do I want to swatch it right now? I definitely don't need these shades. But if that's not pretty, and you know, this is like my type of nude. And so I really like this, how these mattes right here are pretty deep in skin tone, because a lot of times I feel like that's the issue with her bigger palettes. And that's why I'm not going to get the Mercury Retrograde palette, because all the mattes are super light in there except for 2. So I was like, this would be perfect. And even though, yeah, I got these coppery shades, but whatever, you know. But it's cute, and I can just like pop in my bag when I travel. Oh, those are pretty. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I'm excited about this. So, let's see. Let me swatch a matte for you. I'm going to swatch this one in down in the corner. Oh, yes. That's good. That's good. Okay, so I'm excited about that. And I really love the packaging. Yeah, the packaging is super cute. So I guess we're paying like, I think they were $27, now they're $29. So I'm not sure if we're paying for this like plastic packaging, but I'm super excited about that. Okay, so y'all know I'm like, whoo, about this, okay? So I told you guys in that Ritualistic Rose video that I did, I was like, yo, I was not going to get Iconic Illumination. So, you know, when these released, she released this one and then Nocturnal Nirvana together. That's the one with this packaging with the green. And I was like, I'm not going to get this one because you can definitely dupe these shades. And I still feel the same way. Like, I could definitely probably dupe these shades across my collection. But, baby, I was able to check this palette out in stores. And I was just like, yo. This gold right here, this champagne right here, is calling my name. And the only reason I didn't get it when I was in store, because it was sold out. Oh, and my card is correct, because my card, like I told you, was not correct. And listen, y'all should see this table in front of me. It's a whole hot mess, okay? I need a bigger work table for when I film, like for real. So, these are the shades. Oh, it's so pretty. So, the shade that I was just like going gaga for is this Bronze Gold 003. Sorry. So, you see it based off. So, it's not bouncing off of the lights. This one right here. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you. Beautiful. Beautiful warm gold. Like, it's so pretty. And then you have this Astro Gold Allure. Like, oh man. Like, it's so pretty. This one definitely gives holiday vibes with this Blitz Bordeaux. And I love the Blitz shades because they have so much pigment and shine to them. Okay, let me, of course I didn't swatch that on the grape finger to swatch stuff on. But that is that Blitz Bordeaux. And while I'm at it, I might as well, okay, but like, let me wipe off my hands. Swatch Blitz Brown. Like, first of all, this Huda Rich palette and this Iconic Illumination is a vibe together. Like, look at that color scheme together. So that is Blitz Brown. So I had to get this. I was just like, you know what? And it was one of those things, like, I just kept thinking about it. So I was like, I'm picking it up during the sale. So those are the items I legit got on the sale. I bought something from my friend. So that was it. It was just a hair care product, but these are the things I picked up for myself, and I'm just so excited for it. So I will do videos, especially on Iconic Illumination and this. I feel like at this point, I'm probably going to do a video on all my Pat McGrath palettes because I just filmed Mothership 1, and I have 5 looks, 1 palette for Mothership 6. Quite a other palettes I have. Mothership 5 for sure, but I haven't filmed with Decadence. I think I'm going to do something with that because I feel like it's going to come back. So I'm going to give y'all some looks with Decadence. And then Mothership 2, I'll do some looks with eventually. And Mothership 3. I have 1 look with Mothership 3 on my channel, but I'm going to do some looks with Mothership 3. So, as we still talk about Pat McGrath, she launched merch on her website, and I showed you guys like back in April, you know, I had the Pat McGrath, I had a Mothership 5 phone case for the longest, but I got the new iPhone. So now that phone case doesn't fit anymore. I'm so sad about it. So I'm really sad about it actually. And so she launched merch on her actual website. So the merch that I purchased before, which was the sweatshirt, I got a Mothership 5 t-shirt and the Mothership 5 case I had purchased from Suffrages, which is, I want to say like Suffrages is like the equivalent of Nordstrom's here. And the shipping is bomb.com from Suffrages. Like I promise you, I can't even get stuff from Sephora sometimes as fast as I get from Suffrages, or Color, for sure not ColourPop, all the way in LA. Okay, and I'm just like, this stuff came all the way from London. How did they get here so dang on fast? But Pat McGrath launched merch on her website, so she has like coffee mugs, she has t-shirts, she has sweatshirts, she has a bomber jacket that's bomb. I'm like, I need to hustle my way up for Christmas for that. So I'm not gonna buy that. So I'm like, my mom and my brother like, y'all work it out. That's what I want. So that's how I do my stuff. That's how y'all need to do your stuff. You got like, okay, y'all put this money together, you put this money together. Boom. So I picked up this cute little pouch, and it's a makeup pouch. That was a little bit more expensive on the makeup pouch side. It was $28, but I was like, ooh, I really like it. And like I said, Pat McGrath is on Ebates now, so it's like, you know, you get a little bit of money back also. So I picked up this pouch, and it's super heavy. It's nice quality, nice zipper. This is glitter right here, so that's the only thing. It's textured. And it definitely has her signature, like, hieroglyphic eye. On the inside, you have Pat McGrath Labs. And you have a nice big pouch. And I definitely use like makeup pouches when I'm traveling. I will definitely be using this. And then the other thing I'm super excited about that I got, like, I love buttons and pins. So sometimes like at one point I'll have to like go through fashion stuff that I like. You guys can't ever tell what I wear. Like from my camera angles, it's like, yeah, you know. But I got these buttons, and the buttons were $10 a piece. So it was 10 for 3. So I got, you know, each card was $10, but there's 3 buttons on each card. And so they have certain set names, but I'm not sure. Let's see. So this one actually has like From the Labs of Pat McGrath on there. And as you see, it has like Mothership 2 artwork on there. And then it has Pat McGrath Labs with her. Then it comes on a nice little card with like the photo shoot artwork, and this photo shoot came from like 2018. And then this button right here, and these are just like regular buttons. Like this is the back of the button so you can see, okay? And then these have like the lipsticks on here, and this is like the stiletto lipstick. So they had 3 different options, so I picked up these 2 because these were mostly. And I love putting like buttons on my blue jean jacket, even though I was like so lazy this year. I think only 1 button made it onto my blue jean jacket. But I love putting buttons on my blue jean jacket. So I will definitely put these buttons on my jacket. I'll probably put 1 on my little pouch. And oh, let me show you this other little button I got. Okay, so I went to the Met in New York, and I was able to get this little Dapper Dan button. Super cute. You know, Dapper Dan, if you guys don't know who he is like definitely like a godfather of fashion. Godfather like street fashion, because back in the day before like Gucci and Louis Vuitton was making, Fenty were making all those clothes with the prints, he was making them. So he was literally like buying like bags, or, you know, he started out making a lot of clothes for like the drug dealers, and then, you know, the hip hop artists, because the hip hop artists went to emulate what the drug dealers were wearing. Like, there's so many documentaries on this, and he has a book that just came out, so you could definitely read all about this. But now Gucci is actually working with him, and he has his whole Dapper Dan collection. So I went to the Met, you know, the Metropolitan Museum, and this is like the Camp Notes on Fashion, and it's Dapper Dan. So it's a little pins I could put on my lapel, and he's definitely, you know, a Harlem legend. Like, he had a brownstone in Harlem that he designed out of, and now he has like this super dope collaboration, you know, with Gucci, and just basically getting in the door, you know, getting in the door, because we have to be heard. We have to have representation in order for us to take us seriously, and have to have a seat at the table. So, you know, they keep people of color and other demographics in mind, you know. So basically, you know, they've been doing his style forever. Like, all those prints and stuff that you see was like the clothing with the prints. That was definitely Dapper Dan. Look it up. Like, he was super innovative. He was super ahead of his time. Like, he was basically taking like luggage and cutting it up and designing jackets out of it. Like, if that's not innovative, I don't know what is. Because back then, they weren't selling jackets with all the monograms on it. So he made a way out of no way, you know? So these are what I hauled lately. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too late for me to get like the Sephora VIB sales up. I mean, we still got like about another few days to shop. So I think it'll be cool. And then I definitely wanted to just like show you what I picked up. and because it really wasn't a lot, so I don't think we really needed a separate video for that. So let me know what you guys think down below. Are you picking up any of the stuff that I mentioned? Did you shop the sale already? Let me know down in the comments. You know, I would love to know. And then give this video a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel, because you know I would love to have you here with me, because you know you want to do the chair dance with me. You know you want to do, come on, chair dance. Chair dance. Okay, y'all, I'm done. All right, good night. Bye.